So forgive me if I'm wrong, if I do get any of this incorrect from the investigation that you have carried out. I believe you explored outside of the Mended Drum, in which I have it here that you liaised with a dog, in which you got information on the whereabouts of the body that was found outside of that building. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
With a dog, your information was okay?
Yep.
It's a lovely little chap.
Interesting. And in which, following this, you took your investigation into the Mended Drum itself, where you spoke with, I believe, was it Corporal Nobbs?
Shit myself.
Yes, I do see Voided Bowels was included on there. There was a liaison with a orangutan, who I believe works at the Unseen University.
Nice lad. Really, really nice lad.
Yes, I'm sure he is. From what I can see, you gained further information on the whereabouts of the body in the literal location after speaking to several young men on the other side of the bar who all had colourful personalities. Is that correct?
More or less, yeah. They were all lovely people. Django really hit off with one of them.
Interesting. Okay. From there, you made your way to the Shades, and to an area that was a popular dumping ground where you did indeed find the bodies, and you were set upon by, I have it down here as several hooded figures.
They were cultists.
Cultists, yes. I can see that following an altercation with them, you found out they were cultists for something relating to the word Ur-Gilash. Is that correct?
Yes, they were followers of a forgotten deity, I believe.
A pretty lame deity, if you ask me.
Interesting. So your investigations then found your way to the Unseen University, which of course, Horifus, you work at, where you, I believe, liaised with is it another orangutan, or is this the same orangutan?
It was the same.
The same orangutan.
It is the same one.
Okay. Interesting. In which you gained information from this orangutan? Did you communicate with them? There's something here about a frail wizard and a box that attacked you.
Yes, Rincewind and his luggage.
Rincewind. Interesting.
And Bait died again. He did die.
I've seen your accounts on this, yes. Horifus, you have apparently died multiple times during this investigation, is that correct?
7 times.
7 times. That is definitely 6 more than most people would die.
I mean, Dali can give you a demonstration if you'd really like to see it happen.
Vetinari furrows his brow, and then arches his fingers and leans forward. That would be rather interesting, actually.
Oh, not this again.
Dahlia, do your thing.
Oh, God.
Nothing personal, Bait.
I tried to quickly hobble away.
I'm not even going to make you roll for it. It's clean cut, just like last time. Just straight through his back. And Horifus, as you tip forward, collapse on the floor. At this point, Carrot steps forward. What? Sir, we've just seen a murder, sir.
I pull out a piece of paper from my pocket and start writing a receipt.
Oh,
because I'm part of the Assassin's Guild, and I was asked by the Vetinari to kill a man.
Yes, apologies. Carrot takes a step back, and Vimes gives him like a pat on the shoulder as he does so. Time freezes.
Shan. Hello?
I'm not fond of coming into the patrician's office.
Oh, God, not you again.
I'm not certain what you expected.
Maybe someone nice, like Susan?
How do you know Susan?
We met a few times.
That is a worrying statement. I do have a life outside of you, I must admit. Well, an unlife, as it were. Please try not to make a habit of this. He clicks his fingers as life returns to your body.
Where am I? Where? Oh.
Interesting. Of course, Master Horifus is not dead, so I will not be paying you for that service.
I just shrug. I was like, I figured as much.
I pull out the receipts and slowly slide them onto the patrician's table. It's like, can I get some compensation then?
I will pass it through to my account, and we can see what we can get sorted for you. We might be able to have that through to you probably in about 13 months or so.
Oh.
Now, my understanding following from this orangutan encounter, you met with another wizard who goes by the name of Rincewind. He had some form of walking box that attacked you?
Yes, it's called luggage, if I remember correctly.
Yes, Master Janglejock was mauled ferociously by it and caused a great deal of harm, though I can't see much in the way of harm on you, so I'm not sure how accurate this account is.
I was healed. That does not mean it never happened.
Okay, I will take your word for that.
I beseech the power of the great god Om to potentially temporarily remove those wounds. They're only valid for 30 calendar days if you
didn't
Django
tell
doesn't
me
spread.
how long?
Yeah, you got one calendar month to convert people to Omnianism. The way it works is you hand out leaflets, convert them, and then they hand out leaflets and convert others.
I know that bit, but not how long I had to do it. Oh,
yeah, you had to. Okay. Otherwise, your leg will violently rip open and all of your wounds would stop bleeding again.
Oh, what is it like that thing where you don't have enough vitamins and it all just falls apart?
I do already have rather a large amount of blood on my carpet, so please do not supply any more to this carpet. It's one of the reasons I had it colored red, yes. Okay, so from my understanding from there, you spoke with this Rincewind, who discussed something regarding L space, in which he decided that you would be traveling across time and space to find out about this Ur-Gilash. Is that correct?
Yes.
And through this traveling through time and space, you traveled to a distant land in a distant time where you learned of the origin, potentially, of this Ur-Gilash. So my understanding from this is that there was a man there preaching who died. His people were all massacred, and those were the last worshippers of this deceased deity. Is that correct?
Well, strictly speaking, deities don't really die.
I mean, this one was pretty dead, and it was
the last
also
worshippers were massacred, so there was no one left to worship this said deity.
Not quite. There was a spirit, I think.
So the spirit of yes, I can see this. There was some form of a crown. Sorry, yes, a crown that the spirit decided to cling to, and you believe this may be connected with this Ur-Gilash in some way.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, I have had the Night's Watch hard at work on this, have I not, Mr. Vimes? Sir? And have you had any updates, Mr. Vimes? Some, sir. There was, we've been investigating the shades, and I believe there may be signs of cultist activity, so we have been trailing and trying to narrow it down. Interesting. Now, I have it in my notes here as well that you all further investigated in the university some form of computer called Hex. Is that correct? Following from your return from this distant land, you returned to the library of the Unseen University. Well, most of you returned. Absent among you was Rincewind and his luggage.
Oh.
Following the events of your little travel across time and space, it appears that Rincewind materialized in an entirely different place. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, bugger. No, 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 no! Whilst the rest of you were returned to the library of the Unseen University, completely safely, armed with this new information, you made your way over, following the frenzied suggestion from the librarian, to this computer by the name of Hex, where you met with a young man by the name of Ponder Stibbons and the Arch-Chancellor of the university, Rudcrum Ridcully. Sir, I do believe that Hex could be the very key to finding out the true location of this deity, if it does so exist. Well, yes, if you think that it could be of benefit to the state, and if it means that the patrician could aid us financially, I'm sure he'd be willing to do such a thing, yes? Sir, yes, maybe. So, I'd just like to reiterate with all of you, you travelled across time and space to get this information, and you believe that there may be followers of this deceased deity. Is that correct?
That is exactly correct.
Okay, so what was the name of this deity?
Something.
Eyelash.
Eyelash, yeah.
It's Ur-Gilash.
Ur-Gilash. Do you know how that would be never mind, I'm going to try keying it in. Give me just one moment. He walks over to the computer and starts keying in various details, pulling cranks. Pulls out a sheet of paper. It says, Mr. Jelly, error at address number 6, Trickle Mine Road. Give me one moment. I may just need to change the parameters on this one here. As he's doing so, you can see a swarm of ants scurrying up a translucent tube as a small mouse begins running across a large hamster wheel. Okay. It says plus divide by cucumber error. Please install universe and reboot plus. Sorry, this tends to happen sometimes. How much money have we invested in this damnable machine? Sir, this is built by the faculty, so very little money has gone into it. Good to know. Keep up the good work, then. Ponder furrows his brow and wipes some sweat from it. Okay, so we need a location of practices. I'll just update the parameters.
It seems like that thing wastes an awful lot of paper that could be used as leaflets. Just an observation.
I have an address. He folds it up and passes it over to Horophus. This could very well be the whereabouts of these cultists. If you were to run this by, did you say that it was the patrician that hired you?
Yes.
Sure, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay, if you run that by him, perhaps then he can get the Night's Watch to take over. I'm uncertain. But if they do have use of this machine, obviously, it is something we do hope to make commercially available for a price. For a price.
Can't imagine why anyone would want to use one of these things.
Well, it could be very useful. Just make sure the patrician knows of how this came about, so that he could possibly, maybe look into some public fundings that could be moved our way. Yes, any fundings would be very much appreciated. Ridcully gives you a nod and then gestures for you all to leave. Anyway, back in the patrician's palace. So my understanding is that you gained information through some form of machine, which gave you a general whereabouts that I believe the Night's Watch have further investigated. Mr. Vimes, if you could step forward. Sir? So from that address, what information did you garner? Well, sir, it's a domestic address. It is one that is simple hovel, simple house, not a particularly big one. When we knocked upon the door, there was no answer. However, it may have been because we were obviously approaching as the Watch. Our suggestion is maybe a more covert approach, sir. Covert, you say? Sir! Well, that's an interesting concept. So, these cultists, do you remember how they were dressed? Sir, we managed to recover several bodies from the crime scene. Interesting. So, if you were to replicate these, perhaps we could kit out our intrepid adventuring party here with such outfits. Well, sir, no, this surely worked for the Night's Watch. No, Vimes, I believe we should be leaving this to our little crew here. You just take the night off, Vimes. I think you've more than earned it. Sir, yeah. I must object. Please, Vimes, don't make me detain you. Vimes nods his head and takes a step back. He eyes you all with suspicion and gestures for his group to leave. So, I'm hoping that you are all at least slightly well-versed in the art of subtlety, stealth.
Oh yeah, mate, I can sneak in anywhere. No one will hear me coming. I'm a sneaky guy.
You may not need to be out of sight, you just need to simply deceive them.
Vetinari, were you talking about us being outfitted like the cultists?
Certainly, yes. You will be, I will be putting in the request to get the correct outfits for you. Simple cloaks will probably suffice.
Will we need to pick them up?
We will make sure they are kitted out for you.
Oh, okay. I might know someone.
Interesting. It's someone who can...
Well...
Who can do what?
Some people there may not necessarily enjoy my presence. However, the Seamstress Guild is somewhere I've frequented in my time.
I am aware of the Seamstress Guild. They, from my understanding, have but one sewing needle between them. We will get them outfitted by the palace office. They will make sure that those are properly made for you.
Okay.
If you have any further questions, I will do my best to answer them. I have asked all of my questions of you for now. He arches his fingers again and looks at you all expectantly.
No.
Have you considered joining the religious order of the great god Om?
I have looked over your leaflet.
Have you given it any thought?
I have thought many things.
That was my one singular question.
I believe we should probably get going.
Yes. Further stipend of 100 gold will be supplied to you.
I'll take that.
Actually,
I trust you probably won't need it. I imagine going undercover with cultists, I imagine not a lot of money changes hands.
I'll just try and take the pouch quickly.
Then please ensure that you take your cloaks on the way out. And we'll make sure that you find your way to the location in question. As you guys arrive, there's a large door on this very sort of nondescript looking building. You are outfitted in a variety of different cloaks. You are all disguised as these cultists. As a panel slides open. Yes, brother.
You were asked to assemble here this evening, right?
And what is the name of our lord?
Ur-Gilash.
Welcome, brother. The door clamps open as you arrive within a very small little meeting room. A group of hooded figures assembled around the table. Sorry, brothers, but we do not have any further seating. If you can find a spot on the floor somewhere, you sit yourselves down and we will start the meeting.
I go to the far side and take my seat there.
I sit next to this guy and say, hey, I've just heard this other god named He seems pretty cool. Check out this leaflet I found. And hand him one.
Oh god, we're all gonna die.
Give me a persuasion roll, please. The cultist turns and their eyes fix on you. Is this some sort of joke?
Yeah. Check out how funny this leaflet is.
Okay, I wasn't aware. Sorry, very funny joke, of course. No, we do not worship any false idols within here, and there is a carried laughter among the room. Now, brothers, if you are all assembled and if everyone is sitting comfortably, let us begin today's meeting. First of all, I would like to give an absolute congratulation to Murdering Michael. Murdering Michael, if you could take a step forward, Michael. Michael takes a step forward and waves. Now, how many infidels did you manage to massacre today, Michael? Well, I'm absolutely chuffed. I managed to murder at least 5 infidels today. Really put the work in, put the time in, and I just know that Ur-Gilash is going to appreciate everything I've done for him. Well, if we can all give Michael a big round of applause, everyone. Very good, Michael. Fantastic. Michael takes another step back. So on the itinerary today, we do have the tombola, which we're all very excited for. I believe Baking Bertie. Yes. Was this, you've supplied us with a pie today? Yes, it's gooseberry. Gooseberry pie, very nice. Made with Ur-Gilash relish. It's one of the best I think I've ever made. Well, that'll certainly be, that will be the consolation prize today. Mostly because, as we all know, the grand prize on the tombola today is, drumroll please, it will be the opportunity to be a sacrifice to our great god Ur-Gilash. There is a sort of mumbled approval across the table of great excitement at this. Now, obviously, we can't all be winners on this, but the person that does win this will be the 12th sacrifice to Ur-Gilash and will help him raise
sorry to
bring health to
interrupt.
everyone. Of course, brother. Sorry, I didn't get your name, brother.
My name is just Brother.
Brother?
Yes.
Are you brave, brother? What's your alliterative name?
Bait. He's called Bait.
Bait. Yes,
Brother
Bait.
Bait. That one doesn't really work. BR. No, we'll let it pass. Speak, Brother Bait. Sorry, Brother Bait.
I was just wondering if I could volunteer to be the sacrifice.
We would all love to volunteer, wouldn't we, boys? Oh yeah, I'd love to be a sacrifice, certainly. But no, it's a competition. We've got the tombola for it. You can be entered into the tombola if you like. Yes. The reason we have the tombola in the first place is so that it's a fair game. Otherwise, everybody would be just clamoring to, get to those 40 virgins.
Brother, I have a suggestion.
Yes.
What if we were all sacrificed and we just burned this whole place down? Then everyone wins.
That is not in keeping with the words of our prophet. We would make sure that we are following his word to the letter. Prophet Deacon Darius, he has been passing all the information through.
That one, I love him.
He who found the sacred crown and has brought about the rebirth of our Lord.
So cool. Anyway, continue.
Certainly. Well, those are largely over the minutes. Unless anyone has anything they'd like to announce. Well, I've actually got one thing, sir. I've actually been working on a topiary that I'm going to be carving in the shape of our Lord Ur-Gilash. Though I know we're not really meant to make idols of Ur-Gilash. No, we certainly shouldn't. We don't want to be drawing attention to that. Though, once our lord does return to this plane, we'll all encourage for this topiary to be made. In fact, we could all have an art project of some sort, maybe. Maybe an arts and crafts situation. Well, I've got a bit of a knack for papier-mâché, says stuttering Steve over on the side. Yes, and I have quite an oil painting obsession, says Limey Sloan. Interesting. So there's quite a lot of good ideas from you all there.
Could you put my name in the tombola, please?
You'd like to be entered into the tombola. Is this your first time here today?
It is. It is.
Yeah, certainly. And usually we wouldn't let a first timer be seeing. Is it the last time? We will make sure to put your name in the tombola.
Thank you.
Brother.
Bait.
Yes. Okay. If we can get his name added into there, please.
Sir.
Yes?
May I do a quick performance for us all this evening to show my gratefulness towards you all for welcoming us newbies here this evening?
In honor of our Lord Ur-Gilash, and certainly if you'd like to bring a performative side to that, we'd always encourage that.
Ur-Gilash, I'll give it a bash. His feats and power astound me. With cloaks about and brotherhood found, my promised virgins confound me.
Superb. There is there's rapt applause from around the table. Now this is what we need to be working on, you know? Everybody's so fixated on the torture and the maiming and the murder. Not that we are doing talking down on any of that, you know, that is an important part of it as well, but the arts and crafts are certainly part that we do want to be encouraging as well.
Just one more thing, sir.
Yes, Mr. Brother Bates.
If I am chosen for the sacrifice, do I still get the virgins?
You would be entitled to double the virgins. 40 virgins upon your demise.
That would be all.
Interesting, okay. So we're just going to run the tombola for you now. Oh, I'm so sorry. It seems the fortunate Fred won this one today. Fred, if you could please take a step forward. Fred takes a step forward excitedly and grasps at the token. Oh, I'm so excited. I have honestly been so excited just to meet all of these virgins. And now the fact that I'm going to get twice this. Sorry, I didn't mean to rub it in, guys. Sorry, it's just so exciting. Honestly.
Hold on. Let me have a look at the rest of those tokens.
Okay. Name.
I want to check the rest of the tokens. Do all of them say his name on?
All of them have Freddy's name on. Fortunate Freddy has somehow managed to rig. Fortunate Freddy! Would you besmirch?
Blasphemy!
No, I'm sorry. I really wanted the virgins. Well, of course, we'd all love to have the virgins, but we need to make sure that we are playing this fairly. If you were to do this in such a way, do you think that Ur-Gilash will even give you one virgin by the time you die? I'm sorry. I just really wanted. No, it's fine. Sit down. I'm so sorry for this. We will make sure that this is carried out correctly. I will write down all the names to put in. He starts writing down various names.
Can I volunteer to write everyone's name down?
Your name and what was your name? Brother...
Oh, Delightful D.
Bait.
Delightful D. Interesting.
Delighted to meet you.
I will add your name to the mix as well.
No. I just wanted to write all the names down so you didn't have to. What with you leading the meeting, delegation and all.
Give me a persuasion roll. I am afraid that my name is not Delegation Daniel, so I would not be delegating to you today. I
really feel like it would be much better for the running of the meeting for that to be the case. Can I also roll for it?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Dangle.
Dangle.
Doc.
Pebbles.
Makes no. But what is your adjective?
I dangle.
Dangling.
Doc.
So your name. Dangling Doc.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My father crewed many ships in his time.
Interesting. Okay, if you could please, what is it you're wanting to add?
I do feel Brother Delightful D's idea of writing the names for you does help with the running of today's meeting.
In the interest of fairness, since our fellow brother has already cheated.
Certainly. Okay, if you'd like to, give me a persuasion roll again.
We are shit at
I
this.
am very sorry, but you are all new to this meeting. We don't do things that way. We have a way of running things around here, honestly.
I apologize.
If you'd like to, we'll let you spin the tombola. And he writes
I
down
would
the
like
names,
to rig the
place it through.
tombola.
Yeah. Give me a sleight of hand check as you are working the tombola. First competition, you're trying to rig it in favor of Horifus for the sacrifice spot. Okay, that is the second one.
Oh, okay.
This is the prize for the pie, so I'm
Oh,
assuming.
I don't care who gets that.
Okay.
I give it to Fortunate Freddy to be
Fortunate Freddy wins the pie.
so everyone hates him a little bit.
Takes over. He's taking with him there. Okay, so your sleight of hand 11. Okay, so the name comes out. Would you care to read it out to us, please?
Oh, it's number 8.
So that is our very new Mr. Brother Bait. Interesting.
Yes.
There's some scowls from across the table at you as you receive.
Also, Delightful D, how dare you say that number?
What, 8?
Oh, don't do it again.
Is there concern with such a number?
Everybody should. Anyway, thank you for the honor of
Brother Bait.
Yes.
Please lower your hood.
I don't think Brother Bait should, because Brother Bait is quite the ugly one. Not a face a mother couldn't even love, in fact, actually. Horribly scarred. Disgusting.
Give me a persuasion roll, please.
He's also fairly shy. And have you noticed his stammer?
But mostly ugly
gets
and
much
scarred.
worse.
You can either relinquish your win, or you can lower your hood.
Can I roll for persuasion as well?
Yeah, you're saying he's shy?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yes!
I mean, it's a high roll, but what does that mean?
He's incredibly shy, and I don't think he'd really want to show his entire face to everyone just before his sacrifice. He might end up too anxious in order to be sacrificed.
Even if I have to do an Arcana roll for it, can I do like a subtle spell to press the digitation, like scars all over my face?
Sleight of hand.
Okay. We'll do that, just in case.
Can I make a distraction by just like flicking the bead up from number 8 and be like, I don't understand what the issue is. I thought we were doing this as secrecy and privacy to stop the followers of the false idol from hunting us down again.
You're 13.
Okay, so that was with advantage then. Yeah, so you managed to essentially disguise your face to be kind of horrifying and gross. Are you lowering your hood?
I kind of like peek it back a bit so he could see for a split second.
No, put the hood back. Please put the hood back. Oh. Certainly, okay. Well, congratulations, brother Bait. We'll ensure...
Now you understand why I want to be a sacrifice.
No, certainly, and I'm certain that Ur-Gilash will appreciate your presence there. We will make sure we now make our way through to the Sacrificial Chambers, so if we could all depart. And everyone nods, starts packing up their things, putting things away. Tombola is put back in the corner of the room. Now, if you could all follow me, and he heads over to the wardrobe and clicks a lock on the wardrobe as it pops open and pulls a small hidden lever as the back of the building. Brothers, if you can please make your way through. He steps through. Over to. Thank you for coming through now, brothers. If you can just follow me, we'll start first of all within the torture chambers. Very exciting. This is where we get many of our new recruits. It's also an area that gives us the opportunity to, rid the world of some horrific infidels. Torturing Thomas, how are things going today, Thomas? Oh, I'm very excited today. I've just had a very lively Omnian. Very not lively now, as it were, at the moment. But he did scream a lot. He did pray to his god until he eventually expired. Well, that's fantastic news. Fantastic. And what sort of torturing implement did you use? Well, sir, I'm glad you asked, because I actually bought a few things from home. I've been trying out a few things. I've got a sock that is full of ball bearings. A sock? Yeah, it's very efficient. You just hammer it round, and you can break kneecaps with it with absolute ease. I've also been trying a few things with these little stickle brick blocks that my son likes to play with. They've got these little serrated edges, and what you do is you hang the man over these little objects on the floor, and you make their feet stamp down on it. I caught one in my heel the other night, and it absolutely killed. So I've been doing that to this fella repeatedly. Also just a bit of knife play, obviously, here and there. Very good work, Torturing Thomas. Obviously, Torturing Thomas was assigned this job through his title more than anything. What was it you were doing before you were working? Well, I was a geography teacher, actually. Surprisingly, there's a lot more transferable traits than you'd think. I've really enjoyed my time here, and I'm obviously very happy to serve Ur-Gilash, our Lord and Saviour. Very good work, Torturing Thomas. Does anyone have any questions for Torturing Thomas? Any of our new recruits, perhaps?
I have a question for you, Testicular Timmy.
Testicular Timmy?
Your sock thing. Next time, personal experience, trust me on this, try that on the teeth. Goes wonderful.
Oh, I didn't even think about on the teeth. I thought, kneecaps because they can't walk, and then when you're making them walk over these like little blocks, it's a hole. It's but the teeth, that's a great idea. Let me write that one down. Scribbling down.
You're welcome, Tonya.
Thank you very much, Testicular. What was it again?
What?
Never mind. Well, that was lovely. Does anyone else have any further questions for Torturing Thomas? Lovely, then.
He seems pretty good at his job. I was wondering, where have you guys been sourcing your Omnians from?
Well, I just get them in myself, so I don't really know much about that. Well, yes, the Omnians we usually take from the various churches. We do catch them when they're going door to door. Those ones that are giving out leaflets in the streets, we make sure to target those ones as well.
That's how you guys do it. Okay, that's a pretty efficient way to find them, actually.
Very simplistic, very simplistic. The thing about Omnians is that they make their presence known pretty much compulsively. I don't understand what it is about them. They have no realm of subtlety whatsoever.
I imagine an Omnian who doesn't announce themselves immediately must just be a very bad one then.
No, certainly.
Do you have any ideas where you'll be targeting next? Like which area of Ankh-Morpork?
Well, it all depends, really. We've got lots of areas that we can source from. We don't like to pick one specific spot, otherwise it leaves something of a trail. You need to make sure that... sorry, I haven't caught your name.
Oh, no, you haven't.
What was your name, sorry?
My name is Enthusiastic Emma.
Enthusiastic Emma. I can definitely sense your enthusiasm there. No,
I'm very excited to be here.
Well, if you would like to be part of our reconnaissance team, or perhaps you can be involved in the kidnapping process. It is quite interesting. The important thing is to try and bring them in alive. I used to be
a wrestler in my earlier life, actually.
Oh, that's definitely some transferable skills there. you can grapple them and make sure you bring them in alive. What we like to do is get a bag over their head so they can't see where they're going. You can give them a little kick to the rib, nothing lethal. And then obviously bring them through, and then Torturing Thomas can get to work, aren't you, Thomas? Always happy to oblige. Obviously,
Okay.
we do have our murder squads as well. They're out and about. But
I thought he was Testicular Timmy.
Testicular Timmy? No, that is your friend there, I believe.
Oh.
Oh,
No, that's
Is that
hard
my
of
name?
hearing Harold.
I am getting a little confused here. This whole anonymous thing becomes very difficult when we've all got the hoods on. Can I just get everybody's names one more time, please?
Enthusiastic Emma.
Enthusiastic Emma, yes.
Brother Bait.
Brother Bait, yes.
Delightful D.
Delightful D.
Dangling Doc.
Dangling Doc.
hard of hearing Harold, I guess. Don't know why they call me that though.
Interesting. Hard of hearing Harold. Okay. Lovely. Well, we'll just make sure I've got those memorized now. We'll leave Torturing Thomas to his very efficient work. Thank you for your time, Thomas. Oh, much obliged. Everybody have a nice day. Sticks a knife into the man who lets out a noise. Clearly still alive. If you can follow me, we'll make our way through now. Well then, if you can all make your way through this way, we are going to take a short stop. These are our crew quarters. This is where you can relax and, take a load off. We have a little section over here where we just have a little workout room. Over this way, we've got the bedrooms, where you can have a little snooze. Down through this way, we do have our eatery, where you can get yourself the finest of Ur-Gilash's fine cuisines. If you do need anything, I will be around. I will just wait here for you, but feel free to have a little explore around. As you're moving around, you can tell that this man is watching you. There is an air of suspicion in his hooded expression.
You describe the hooded expression to me.
So you can't see his eyes, but you can see his jaw is clenched.
Oh,
It's
hi.
like
Can I,
you can see the
can I get
muscles
some of the
draining.
guacamole, please?
Oh, of course, brother. What sort of let me just see what we've got in here. And he puts in a big ladle into this steaming soup-like substance. Now, this is a little on the spicy side. Are you good with hot things?
Yes. I'm very good at handling hot things, actually.
Oh, that's good to know.
I'll take a mouthful.
So am I.
Something spicy for you. Okay. And you start pouring in various ladles of.
Can I just make it known that I'm taking a mental note of how many cultists there are and the rough layout of everywhere that we've been so far?
Yep, of course.
And anyone who has been named, obviously.
Okay.
Have I been given this ladle of spices
So it's poured out into a little bowl for you, and it's been passed out among you.
around the corner, and I'm going to sit down on the floor and then drink it, just in case, so they don't see me die yet.
Give me a stealth roll first of all.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask, can I have mine to go? I've got a busy schedule today.
You're pretty certain that no one can see you right now. Yeah,
I'm
take
going
a
to swig the entire bowl.
give me a Constitution saving throw.
Amazing.
Roll 20, doing us dirty every time.
Just so, as this liquid passes your lips, it feels a scorching, burning sensation through your entire digestive system. An involuntary utters from your throat as your insides begin to bubble and ulcerate, and you feel everything from you feel like your insides are turning into liquid. Several cultists run through, hearing their brother screaming in agony. At which point, time stops.
Oh God. That's a new one. Oh, hello, Susan.
So, my grandfather is rather busy at the moment, and it appears that I have been called upon. And you're the reason that I'm now busy? You?
Yes. How have you been?
I have been very busy with my own life. I've got a lot of things going on right now. And I did not really want to be brought into my grandfather's work. Anyway, what have you done to yourself?
I'm pretty sure I now know what hellfire tastes like.
Oh, interesting. What is this place, anyway?
It would be... I would tell you if I knew, but I don't actually remember.
There's a lot of hooded people around. Usually I'm used to that sort of thing, but...
They're just big fans of your father, I think.
Perhaps. Anyway, I am very busy. If you can try and keep your insides on the inside, for once.
I will try. I'm sorry. Thank you, Susan.
She scowls at you and clicks her fingers as your body returns to life in front of everyone.
Oh, shit.
I don't even... Sir, you look absolutely horrific, but you look absolutely fantastic now, a man says. His voice is oddly familiar to you as he approaches. You look great, all things considered. Are you all right? Oh, yeah, I'm sure he's perfectly fine. He literally just died, but obviously he's fine, says another familiar voice.
Oh my god. Simon, is that you?
No. How do you... The cultist walks out the room.
It's your granddad. It's Granddad. Come back.
You know what? My granddad used to be really violent. He just used to absolutely just smack me around the face all the time.
Oh, shut up, Oliver.
Oliver, stops mid-sentence and...
Simon, it's Granddad. Come back.
Right, I get that you're the new guy here, but... If we've met before in real life, and that's great, obviously. It's great if we have, but... You need to tell me who you are, otherwise there's an unfair power dynamic going on here.
No, I'm your granddad.
Pretty sure both my granddads are dead.
As you just saw, I can return from death.
Right, okay, and which granddad are you?
You know, the one on your father's side, twice removed, related to your cousin.
Yeah, that's definitely how granddads are related.
Yeah, quiet boy. I will discipline you.
Anyway, what's with this whole you coming back to life thing? I mean, obviously we can all do that, but...
Okay, good talk, Simon.
Right. I have to say, you didn't look great early, but now you look fantastic. But before, I'm just a little concerned for you. Are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
I'm pretty sure that you died.
No, it was just I was just resting my eyes for a few minutes.
Can I push my way through the crowd?
Yeah, probably quite easily.
Don't worry about him. Weak constitution is all. It was a bit spicy. You're lucky he didn't shit himself this time.
Got terrible acid reflux.
There's no need to tell them about the time I avoided myself.
The leader looks at you, and his jaw is still very clenched.
Do we recognise the leader's voice at all?
You don't to this one, no.
Okay.
Brother Bait.
Yes, that's me.
We just watched you die.
Yes.
And then return to life.
But did he actually die, though? Did anyone check his pulse?
That is correct. I heard the voice of our Lord.
Interesting. So you believe you may be gifted with powers from Ur-Gilash himself?
I mean, I don't want to brag or anything, but
this is huge. We must speak with our prophet immediately. If that is true, then brother Bait, you should not be a sacrifice. You should be one of our highest esteemed guests here.
Well, if you say so.
40 virgins is not enough for a man with your powers.
I agree.
1,000 virgins at least.
I mean, maybe not that much. I might not last that long, but 80 should do.
Well, please, by all, we must bring you before our leader. He holds out a hand to you.
Lead the way. I'd grab his hand, leading me like a child.
Yeah, you're being dragged through. The rest of you have sort of just been left behind.
I'm gonna follow quite closely.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask to get my booty though as well, so I can take it with me. Little Tupperware box.
Oh, of course, brother. Let me get you some of that put in there for you. Just got a little thermos for you to keep it warm as well.
Thank you.
Just be careful. Oh yeah, of course. Happy to help, brothers.
Enjoy the rest of your Ur-Gilash blessed day.
Yeah, everyone that wants one is given a little thermos of this very hot soup. Okay, so you are led through to a large chamber. There is a giant effigy to a very familiar statue, possibly familiar. It is a perfect representation of Ur-Gilash, recreated. Among there is some massive bloody fires, a circle with the emblem painted on it, and a large group of assembled cultists, as well as 2 very hefty trolls. Now we'd need to make sure that we get you through to our lord. I mean, this is such an exciting day.
It's a very, very impressive cave you've got.
Well, certainly, yes. It is a testament to our lord. Oh, it looks like we may have come at a bad time, though. It looks like he has everyone assembled for something. Please, make yourselves at home. Feel free to get yourselves acquainted among your brothers. I'm sure there's plenty of spots for you there. And there's a big audience section there where you can set yourselves up how you want to be. Before you stands a regal-looking man, a cruel expression on his face, a crown etched into his hair. He looks across at the assembled groups. Brothers, I stand before you today at the birth of our new world. For millennia, Omnia has spread its vile and sick lies throughout these lands. Their worship of a false prophet has been nothing but a blight and cancer on the very disc we stand. Think on all the wars committed under the name of the damnable Om. The Inquisitions, good men and women, tortured, murdered and maimed, simply for questioning the law of this false idol. And don't get me started on all those bloody leaflets. Can't even pop to the supermarket without one of them buggers handing you a bunch. Indeed, such a nuisance pales in the grand magnitude of their crimes. Yeah, like those buggers that keep going door to door. They phrase it like it's a question, but most of them already got a bloody foot in there before you've even got the chance to answer. And it is precisely for this reason that we will look to wipe their very existence from the disc itself. With the birth of our great savior, Ur-Gilash, we will annihilate all worshippers of Om from the face of this disc.
Bernie stifles a laugh at that.
No memory or trace of this wicked cult will remain. 12 have been chosen for this day, though your lives on this realm will be cut short. Your afterlife will be one of bliss and happiness, I assure you. Please stand forth. At this point, a group of people step forward. Leading Larry takes a step forward. My lord, we did have a 12th sacrifice. However, it is somehow a little complicated. In what way is it complicated? Well, you see, the man we have chosen... Please step forward, Brother Bait.
Hello.
You see, my lord, our brother Bait here has a very powerful gift of sorts. Powerful in what way? Well, perhaps we could demonstrate?
Yes. Okay.
If you would, my lord. Leading Larry takes a step forward, grabs a knife from his side. Very sorry about this. Drives it firmly into your stomach and twists. With a
God.
Forward. As blood seeps out from the open wound, collapse onto the ground. Interesting, Deacon Darius says. At that exact moment, a light appears around the magical symbol. It seems he will still be able to serve as a sacrifice. Very interesting. Was there more you wished to show me? Yes, my lord. I believe it might not happen immediately. Leading Larry suddenly looks extremely nervous. His hands are fidgeting. Maybe because he was a donation to Ur-Gilash. Maybe his spirit has been taken and he is unable to return. At that exact moment, time stops.
Hello. I'm sorry.
It's been 10 minutes. I am not an eternal being like my grandfather, you know. I actually have a schedule. I can't move across time and space in the same way that he does.
I'm sorry, Susan.
I was at a dinner arrangement.
Was it nice?
It was lovely, actually.
I'm
very
sorry.
lovely. This man that I'm seeing is a very pleasant young man. He is actually a time traveler of sorts. But anyway, he'd cooked up a delicious casserole for me, and now I'm being whipped away here to bring you back. Do you know how inconvenient that is?
Could you just take me with you this time?
I'm afraid I can't. You know the rules.
Oh,
We both know the rules on this one.
damn it.
Well, honestly, what is going on here? This place is even weirder than before. Why is there so many hooded people?
They're just very big fans of your grandfather.
It seems that way. Also, that man over there has a ghost behind him. Anyway, never mind. I will bring you back to life. Enjoy. She clicks her finger.
Hello again. Oh, this doesn't get easier.
Fascinating.
Kind of funny as well, isn't it?
And you're informing me that you have been gifted by Ur-Gilash himself? Is that what you were implying?
Well, I heard him speak to me the first time I died.
Interesting. Well, as the prophet of Ur-Gilash, it would be my pleasure to reunite you with him. Bring forth the further sacrifices. The men take steps forward to stand upon the circles. Whilst they're doing this, are you guys doing anything in the meantime?
Bernie has been quietly giggling to herself at how these guys think they're hot shit when really, we all know it's all about the great god.
In the name of Ur-Gilash, we will wipe the scourge of Omnia from the very map. He raises his bloodied hand to the sky as electricity builds around his hand. It blasts between each individual person, blasting them through the stomach. Each man lets out a as their bodies individually drop to the floor. And in their place, with this one, you feel the ground beneath you pulsate. With that one, you see rocks and debris falling from the roof above you. You feel a bass humming through each and every one of you. Your bodies tense. The ground shakes and shudders. The statue behind you begins to illuminate. As a great spectral being illuminates behind the deacon. Behold, our Lord, Ur-Gilash. He raises his bloody hand as the lights in the eyes of this being illuminates. At that exact moment, Bernie, you feel a crippling pain erupt through your body.
Ow.
Each single one of your stats drops by 1 point.
Oh.
Just ow.
Ow? With a capital O?
At that exact moment, across the disc, in Ankh-Morpork specifically, a spectral image appears above the slums. Before the unseen university, a horrifying visage appears. Within the patrician's palace, Vetinari looks out of his window at the horrific creature that has emerged. Vimes takes a step forward. Sir, we need to get a perimeter in place. We need to do all we can to maintain the peace, sir. Indeed. Make sure that the Night Watch is working double time to keep control during this setback. Sir, this is more than a setback. We need to get down there ourselves. We need to do what we can to... No, Vimes. We will trust in this group to fix the mistake they have made. It is within their interest as much as it is our own. Please, get to work. Sir. Vimes turns to his companions. We're going to set a perimeter around the slums. Make sure that everyone is kept in order. There is likely to be rioting and panic through the streets. More so than usual, at least. Business as usual, lads. Let's get to work.
I don't think attempting to fight the god at this point would be a smart idea, would it?
No, but if we break the connection...
I mean, yeah, I'm looking at the guy who's surrounded by that magic electricity and those souls. Maybe. But then he's got all these cultists here as well.
Also, Bernie, you are literally doubled over right now.
Oh, I'll put myself sideways.
Agonizing pain.
I'm going to walk straight into the middle of that circle.
Go ahead.
Barbarian.
I'm trying to let everyone around me know that I had the suit from earlier. This is completely normal.
Do we know what's in this hole?
It's just a hole. It's just a big deep hole that goes somewhere.
Does anything happen as I approach it?
It appears that the circle itself is more of a sort of just a magical symbol. But as you approach, Deacon Darius holds a hand out towards you. Do not step into the circle. Our Lord demands it.
I step into it.
Okay, I'd like everyone to roll initiative for me, please. You dare defy the great god Ur-Gilash! Deacon Darius shouts at you. He's got a surprise round before the initiative. He's going to hold up a hand towards you. He's going to cast Lightning Bolt
Jesus.
on you, which does 8d6 lightning damage.
You mean 786?
7 plus 1.
Dum dum.
You take 42 points of damage.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm dead.
Like Emperor Palpatine style lightning blasts you at full bolt. That is the only one of those spells he can do, I believe so.
And he wasted it.
He didn't use it on you to make points as your body collapses to the ground. Horifice, you are very, very dead. Dahlia, you're up.
As a rogue, I can use my bonus action to dash.
Certainly can.
Which means that I can get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 here.
Yeah.
And shoot him with my crossbow.
Go ahead.
Not much, but it's hopefully if I can break the concentration. Absolutely not.
That does not hit, I'm afraid. As you're running over and sprinting, this is not the sort of shit you're used to dealing with. This is actual, like, god magic going on at the moment. You are not really trained for dealing with this. You're usually killing, merchants, sometimes, oligarchs, rich, wealthy people. You're now fighting an actual god. This is a lot of pressure for you, and your hands are shaking as you fire, as the crossbow bolt flies past and strikes into the effigy of Ur-Gilash. The eyes of this godlike being illuminate at that moment.
Just go in a very squeaky voice, unlike like the croaky voice that she normally tries to go. She goes, "It's doing my mandate."
Bruno, you're up.
Are the cultists fighting at all, or are they just like,
They all look very confused right now. At least the ones standing by you do.
Alright, perfect. So I'll turn
The ones
to...
we've named and we're attached to.
I'll turn to Oliver and go, "Mate, are you wearing your brown trousers?"
Ma? Are you near? Oh, yeah. I mean, not today, no.
I'd advise you go change. And then I will use my action to dash, and I need to get the whole 60 feet. Let's see how far I can get.
Hold on. If I'm the only one that, disobeyed, that means the rest of you are still disguised.
Correct. Except for Dahlia, who is, charged in.
Alright, so I've charged towards it, and I guess I'll end my turn there.
Jangle Chuck, you're up.
I think he's going to pretend he's not with these guys for this turn while I work out what the hell I'm doing, because there's not much I can do as a bard. He's just going to hang tight and pretend to be shocked.
Excellent. The troll's turn. This troll here is going to run at Bruno. And he's going to go in for a strike on him. That's a 26 to hit.
Yeah, I think that hits.
Yeah, it hits a bit. That's 10 points of slashing damage it does to you.
Alright.
As it does, it slams down on you. Goes, you shouldn't be going near the magic circle.
What was that?
You shouldn't be going near the magic circle. Back away.
But I wanna.
Oh, well, I'm gonna have to kill you then. The other troll just low his other dude's at it. He's not got a problem, and the other human has been squished. Though Dahlia has taken a step forward, so maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's taken a few steps towards her. Deacon Darius is going to turn to Dahlia, and his eyes flash. Let's just do a simple magic missile.
Ouch.
Which he's going to strike you with firmly. So that hits you for 5 points of force damage, which he just strikes you with. He doesn't even look. He just hits you with it.
Fun times.
It's the cultist's turn.
Before the cultist takes their turn, can I just ask the guys next to me to give me a hand up?
That's fair.
Yeah, I had some of the soup earlier, brother. Could you give me a help up? I think I have stomach issues.
Oh, yeah, of course. There you go, mate. This is pretty crazy, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Who'd have thought, like, we would have infidels among our ranks?
That is... I don't really want to be here right now. Yeah, I'm kind of getting that feeling
you guys
too.
Like, want to evacuate together?
This is a lot. We should probably maybe make our move.
Yeah.
I really want to be in the room full of death, Simon says. What is going on here? Why wasn't that guy a prophet? And he just died.
Wasn't the meeting supposed to be over like 10 minutes ago anyway? We should all be home by now.
I've got like a casserole that I'm meant to be having.
You don't want to let that burn. You should probably see to that, actually.
This is a lot. And the cultists start. Leading Larry turns around and is like, no! What are you doing?
He's got a casserole, Larry.
Yeah, I've got a book I was kind of wanting to read. Yeah, I mean, it's me and my wife are trying at the moment as well, so we want to,
Oh, I hope that goes really well for you.
We've been trying for a while, though. I think the way we've been doing it was wrong, and that might be why it wasn't working. So we'll work on it. We're gonna just good luck, guys. Good luck. And the
make sure you both stay hydrated too.
Trustworthy Trevor walks over to you, Bernie, and puts a hand on your shoulder. I just want you to know, I do know. It seems that you are suffering right now. Don't do anything stupid. Just look after yourself, okay?
I think I just had too much of that soup earlier, the Ur-Gilash.
He leans in closer. I do know. I was there at the pub. I think we're all a bit out of our depth here. And he walks off. These other two cultists say they're not a hindrance. Leading Larry is going to turn and he's going to like shake his head. There's so much going on. And he looks over at Bruno who's fighting and he's going to run over. Can't quite reach him yet. These other two are considering everything. Bernie, you're up.
Okay, so before I do my turn, actually, I'm gonna ask these two guys. So, what are your names, brothers?
Oh, I'm Fearful Frank.
Okay, Fearful Frank.
This is the man shaking, and
let me guess, Cowardly Chris.
I'm Brave Brian.
Brave Brian. Okay. Fearful Frank. I think you'd want to check out this leaflet. It's for another who don't have quite as much demigod in fighting prophets, or whole.
Omnian! We've got an Omnian! Infidel!
Everyone's gone.
He draws his scimitar and he's going to make a strike at you.
Can I use my reaction as well for that one? I'm going to use my warding flare, so he's doing it at disadvantage.
Yeah, sure, why not? 7, so he misses.
Yep.
And he's like terrified. Brave Brian walks over. An infidel, is it?
Yeah, he's the infidel.
Give me a deception roll at disadvantage. Death to all infidels. And he's going to strike you firmly as well. I believe he has flanking bonus here as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 21 to hit.
That one hits.
You're struck for 6 points of slashing damage.
Oh, okay, I'll take that.
It is now your turn, though, properly.
Okay, so, Interesting. I am going to... I'll take a... I imagine I can take one step back like this, right, and not get hit.
Yeah, that you won't get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, cool.
On you in that.
Okay, so I'm going to take one step towards Django like this, and I'm going to do what I do best. It's a dex save.
It is. I don't think either of them are particularly dexterous. We'll see, won't we?
In the name of the great god get lit.
You ignite both of them, and they are immediately incinerated on the spot.
It's a shame
At that exact moment, the eyes of Ur-Gilash illuminate brightly, and Deacon Darius's hands begin to glow. Dahlia, you're up.
I go, I'm gonna leave you for the wizard. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm just literally hiding around the rock.
Yes, you're going to leave him for the dead wizard.
Yeah, because the wizard will come back. That's out of my mandate. I'm going to attack the troll with my crossbow.
Okay.
Am I watching all of this as a spirit?
Not quite, because it's a very interesting situation for you, because you're not quite dead, because time stops when it happens. You're more sort of in a sort of fugal state.
Limbo.
I'm afraid that doesn't hit.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action hide.
So if you'd done that first, it might have hit.
Yeah, but then by attacking, I'd be unhidden.
That's true. Give me a stealth roll. Yeah, you're very hidden from everyone.
I am a rock.
Yeah, it's like in the Hunger Games, where Peter just perfectly blends himself in because he's really good at making cakes or something. I don't know. Bruno, you're up.
So, I turn to the troll. Mate. You're telling me I can't go into the circle?
You shouldn't go into the circle.
Who's allowed in the circle?
Only Deacon Darius.
Only Deacon. Alright. So you're not allowed in the circle?
No, I don't go in the circle. Not allowed in the circle.
Not allowed in the circle.
Nobody's allowed.
I'll use my action to disengage.
Okay.
And I will run right dead center into the circle.
Oh, okay.
Where the troll's not allowed in.
You shouldn't. Oh no. Troll looks nonplussed, very confused. Horophus. Death has not yet shown up. It's only been 12 seconds, to be fair. So, Jangle Jock, what are you doing? Yeah.
Going. Oh, whoops. Oh.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, don't fall in the hole.
Yeah, me and my dumbass eyes didn't see a hole until I got really close to my screen. Because I wanted to give inspiration to Dahlia. I'm too stressed to write poem, so I'm just gonna scream it really weirdly. at Dahlia's general direction. Because he knew the general direction she was in.
Yeah.
Within a range of probably about 60 feet anyway. So I think that's kind of fair for him to have an idea of where she is and just give it to her.
Yeah.
That's it. That's my inspiration thing. I know it's a bonus action, but I can't do much else for now, so I won't.
Oh, that's fine. In which case, the trolls. This one's really confused. This one over here,
and is now inspiration to the dead guy.
Is looking around. But has not yet found Dahlia. The other troll is looking over at Bruno Bear Stomper and takes a step towards, and then furrows its brow in confusion. I don't know, sir. What can I... He's gone in the circle. I can't go in the circle. Deacon Darius looks at him and smiles. It hardly matters, he says, his hands lighting with a sparkling energy. It won't matter at all in a moment. Darius raises his fingers towards Bruno. Thanks to the sacrifice of our very unfortunate young men over there, I've been imbued with new power. And he's going to attack 3 times.
Oh, what have I done?
You are struck for 10 points of magic damage, Bruno, as they hit you firmly in the chest.
Ouch. Alright.
You're still standing, right?
Still standing.
Just about. Bernie, you're up.
Okie dokie. Bernie is gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and not
very
in the
close to
hole,
that
I think
hole.
a diagonal 6. I'm gonna use my action to dash.
Okay.
So another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still hooded, so I look like one of the cultists. So gonna hang out near the circle, I guess.
Okay. Dahlia, you're up.
I'm gonna hit the troll in the face with a crossbow with luck.
Okay,
Well,
you're at advantage at the moment because you're stealth still.
So, hold on. With the bolt or the actual
With the bolt.
crossbow?
Not that it freaking matters. Oh my god, I'm garbage today.
You're using garbage weapons, remember?
That is true. 11, does it hit?
That doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Didn't think so. Then I go 1, 2, and then climb the rock a little bit if I can.
Oh, yeah, I'd say that.
And then try and hide again. Bonus action hide.
Yeah, if you want to roll your stealth on that.
Out of sight from the troll. Hopefully disappears into the rock.
Wait, no, I saw it. It was a person with a boat. What's happened? And the troll looks super confused. Bruno, you're up.
Alright then. If there's one thing I know about wizards, is that they don't like being killed. So I'm gonna charge forward towards Darius.
Yep.
I'm gonna do a cheeky rage. As
Okay.
you do. And I'm gonna go for a wabam with my Dibbler's Greatsword.
Okay, yeah, go for a strike. That's a hit.
Okay, so normal damage. And adding on the rage damage.
What's your rage damage?
It's literally just 2.
Just 2 extra, so that is 14 damage.
Okay, how's he looking?
I mean, he is imbued with the power of a god. So all things considered, he looks alright considering you just struck him with a sword.
If things don't work once, do it again. So bonus action, I'm gonna wabam him one more time.
Okay. 10. No, that doesn't hit. No, it doesn't quite hit. He's still standing, I'm afraid.
Okay, that's all I can do.
Okay. Horifus.
Yep.
Everything seems fairly peaceful right now. A horrific battle is ensuing around you. You sense people have died, there's been bloodshed, some of your allies are injured, but you feel oddly relaxed. This is possibly the most restful you've ever felt. What the hell are you doing?
Hello, Susan.
Susan comes over and she kicks you in the spectral groin.
Oh.
Why didn't you tell me that you were going to be involved in some elaborate, monstrous activity with a demonic creature from another realm? What is this? What actually is this?
On the subject of what this is, I might require a bit of your assistance.
What? Look, my grandfather doesn't get involved in these sorts of things, as he is not a member of our world. But I am. I live on this disc, and that thing looks like it is about to absolutely annihilate it. What have you done?
In my defense, we are trying to stop it.
You're doing a great job. You've managed to kill people to bring it to life in the first place, from what I can see. And one of your friends looks like he's a few inches from death. It looks like every attack that you are trying on this strange-looking man is doing very little to him. Also, may I add, as I mentioned before, weird ghost thing behind him.
Could you do me a favor quickly? I know I shouldn't ask. Could you get the crown off of his head?
I'm a spectral being. I'm not actually here. You understand?
Oh.
For me to intervene in such a way would be impossible. But if you can get that crown off his head, then I can make sure that that spirit that is attached to him is severed.
I'll try.
That's all I'm asking. Get that crown off his head. If you can't do it, get one of your friends to do it. I don't care how. Just do it, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Susan.
It's okay. Let's get it done so we can save the damn world, okay?
Yes.
She clicks her fingers as you are brought back to this horrific battle.
I'm back, bitches!
Horifus, what are you doing?
I'm gonna aim a magic missile directly at the fucking crown.
Ooh, okay, so you're gonna try and dislodge the crown.
Yes.
Give me an Arcana check, because you are trying to get it so precise in a way that it does this. Okay, yeah. Roll for damage. As though, seemingly out of nowhere, a strike of pure energy bursts and strikes the deacon at the very front of his head. The crown shifts and tilts back, ching, 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 onto the ground. Just there.
Susan, do your thing!
At that moment, Susan takes a step over towards him. And she swings the scythe along, striking him firmly. Ugh! Arch back, his face contort, as drawn from him a spectral image is pulled away. She looks over to you, Horifus. He'll be weakened now, but I'm not certain that this being will disappear until he is slain. She steps back into the shadows.
Thank you.
And disappears.
I do like an awkward thumbs up.
Jangle Jock, you're up.
I I will run closer. Ooh, 3. Sorry. 4, 5, 6. I think I'm in range to do Vicious Mockery.
Yep.
I've written something for it. Hooray.
Okay.
Your
Ready.
worships are fast with falsehood entangled. Your times come to pass by the hands of one dangled.
Fantastic. He fails, so he takes 2 points of psychic damage. With
Yeah.
After seeing you do that, this troll comes running over.
No.
And he's going to come and try and smoosh you into the ground.
No. I slipped and dropped some sick rhymes. It wasn't me.
It's a 20 hit.
Yes.
You take 7 points of damage as these diamond teeth bite into your leg. Once again, it's the same leg as before. The exact same leg is chomped extremely hard.
Is it the same leg?
Yeah.
Deacon Darius looks down and walks over.
You're a dick.
He looks over at the crown and goes to reach for it. And goes to pick it up and place it on his head. It's like, bestow me your powers again, Ur-Gilash! Ur-Gilash does not seem to respond. It seems whatever power was bound to this is drifting further and further from him.
Bruno, stomp him!
He's going to go for a... Let's have a look. He's going to go for a shocking grasp on
God.
Bruno.
Oh, God.
Melee spell attack. 18. That'd be an 18 to hit.
Still hits.
Okay. 6 points of shock damage strikes you.
Alright.
Are you raging? Do you half lightning damage? I don't know what your total is.
I'm not resistant to lightning damage. So
How you looking?
I'm standing.
Okay. Bernie, you're up.
Okay, I'm just gonna let Django
So you got
know
a
that
troll on
I'll
you.
come back for fixing the leg later. We got more pressing matters in, to deal with first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a diagonal for 6. Can I use my bonus action to yeet one of my items at Deacon Darius before I do my action?
Sure, why not?
Can I
Fuck it, why
yeet?
not?
Do you remember that bottle of very
Sorry.
flammable alcohol I got from the amended drum? Can I just yeet that at him first?
Yes, but you're going to have to do a check for this.
Sure. What check
I
am
just
I
want
doing?
a straight dexterity check.
Straight dexterity. Okay. It'll either hit or it won't.
You strike the area under it, like smashes at his feet.
Oh, that's fine. That's more or less what I was aiming to do. Because for my action, I am gonna Scorching Ray, and I hope the fact that he's now surrounded by flammable, questionable alcohol would
I'm going to say it does double damage. Why not?
Okay, sure. Let's go. 14.
Can you tell I hate doing combat?
Absolutely.
I'll take down my hood and say, in the name of get wrecked. I believe that's a Ankh-Morporkian saying.
Yeah. The fire like ignites around him and you can see it like blister his legs and he lets out a ah! And he looks at you with absolute scorn.
That's for Django's leg.
So that's your bonus action and your action. So we're over to Dahlia.
Okay, cool. I come out. Seeing my crossbow as being absolutely freaking useless. I have flanking with Jangle Jot.
You do?
I'm technically still hidden, but
Yeah.
also not.
Either way, it's fine.
So I've got advantage.
Oh, sorry. Ignore that.
That missed, but I do have an offhand strike, and I didn't declare sneak attack on the first one, so I'm going to try with my offhand to sneak attack it.
Okay. So you're at advantage with that. Meets it beats, so that hits.
Yay! So that does that. Plus. That.
So with your assassin training, you know that despite their rocky exterior, there is a very soft bit at the very back of the neck. Using your very lithe figure and your agility, you scramble up the shoulder and with your left hand dash your blade into that fleshy section. The troll lets out, "Oh no, that's really rude," and he throws you back off himself. But yeah, the damage hit. Difficult to gauge how much damage that does to a troll, as they are just a walking mound of rocks. But yeah, he definitely didn't like that. And he definitely knows you're there now.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, bonus action, disengage. I moved 10 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20. There you go.
Excellent.
And I can't hide because I bonus action disengaged, and that's my turn over.
Okay. Bruno, how are you doing?
I'm on my feet. That's what I'm doing.
Also, are you all followers of by the way? Has anyone been... No? Okay. So, Bernie, you will see from this that all your friends have been lying to you about being converted as followers
Bernie
of
takes some emotional damage from that.
Emotional damage.
I take 2d6 of emotional damage.
You don't, otherwise you will die.
Head inside, that's all.
Anyway, Bruno, what are you doing?
So I'm on my feet. I'm not looking too good, but I'm on my feet. Gonna raise my greatsword one last time and wham it down with all my might.
Okie dokie, go ahead.
Fudge.
You definitely fudged that one up. Yeah, that's... Yeah, your strike. Yeah, is just shy of him. Even in his nerfed state.
Oh, I'm gonna die. So I'll shake my head a bit, spit out a wad of blood on the floor, and raise my greatsword one last time.
One of your teeth comes out as well.
Please tell me that hits.
Hits, yeah, roll for damage.
It's 2 for the rage.
So that's 8 points of damage on there. You strike him and it slashes and you see it cut across his side. And he lets out a ah! And he's still standing, but he's looking injured with all of this continuous attack on him. Horifus, you're up.
Hold on. Skedaddle, your dick is a noodle. And fire magic missile.
Okay, good.
I feel somewhat like there's some inspiration going on here, and I love it.
3 points of force damage.
I want to aim directly for his groin.
Yeah, I mean, it goes where it's directed. That's how magic missile works. So you manage to strike him in his groin, and he lets out a as he leans forward in agonizing pain. Not the most lethal of damage, a groin shot, but definitely physically very painful for him.
Distracting.
Have you got a bonus action that you're doing anything?
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of stand there and be like, go, Bruno, you can do it.
Excellent. In which case, we're over to Jangle Jark. Jangle Jark, how's it going for you?
I am going to cast Vicious Mockery again, but this time on the troll that is next to me. I have prepared my piece. My leg! My leg! This pain I can't fathom. You'll regret this, you egg. Your wits, you'll abandon.
How wise is this troll? Well, wise enough.
What the heck?
Jesus.
To shake it off completely. No, your mean words don't work on me. I've been called much worse than that. Like slag heap.
Worse than an egg.
I've been called igneous. I don't know what it means, but they call me that a lot.
Give me a break, my lip's falling off.
Sedimentary.
You look very squishy. And he looks at you and smiles. It is the troll's turn now.
Oh man.
Sedimentary, my dear Watson.
14 to hit.
11.
9 points of piercing damage on your other leg.
I am still up. Ah!
Arr! Urga! Oh, you taste awful.
You smell awful.
That hurts my feelings. Why would you say that?
You've hurt my legs. I don't give a poo.
That's valid. The other troll is going to take a step towards Harifus, and he's going to go for a strike on him.
You'll regret this.
It's a 15 to hit.
No, obviously, that doesn't hit. My AC is like 27.
Ah, okay. Take 11 points of slashing
I'm dead.
And Harifus, you are dead once again.
How far do I fly?
1 second. 15 feet across the floor. It's not that you fly, you're just scraping across the ground. Gravel like building around as this little trench.
Doing like those like
raised for you. And you do you void your bowels again.
Oh, please tell me I did like a backflip backwards and voided them at the same time as it sprays.
It's like a garden spray, yeah, it's beautiful. Deacon Darius is looking around, breathing heavily at this moment. Takes a deep breath. And he's going to cast... Misty Step. He's going to move 1. Oh, that's the crown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna fire a magic missile at Bernie. Why not?
Very
Probably
rude.
many reasons why not. But just 2 points of damage just strikes Bernie sort of in the shoulder as he teleports over. And he's going to use his remaining speed to go.
If you worship Om, you could have done more damage with
4,
that.
5, 6. Bernie, you're up.
55 feet away from me. Okay, I'm gonna...
Flaming Sphere.
Before I do cast, I would say everyone like, hey guys, if you truly believe in Om, the great god of war, of course, I can hit him really hard, and if that's a valid reason to, you know, maybe take up a new religion, I think.
That's
if I believe, I might die.
You believe you can fix your leg again?
That's 18 on his deck
I
save.
imagine that he takes half damage from that then.
Yes. So what did you roll for damage?
It was a 6, so he takes 3 points.
Oh, okay. I thought that'd do more.
I thought it would do more as well.
I'm sorry, Obi. Fight's not over yet. In which case, Dahlia, you're up.
Cool, so I've just calculated it. I don't know if you can see the green line. With
I
my
can see your
movement
green
plus,
line.
Oh,
with my
it is
movement
a
plus
concentration spell, so the flame stays on him, and he does continuous damage. And I can move the
Okay.
sphere.
It's like a sticky
nice.
thing.
that gives me 60 feet, so now I
Yep.
can end up next door. Cool.
Yep.
Like hell, I'm letting you run away. Dagger attack.
Okay, make your strike on him.
This one.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Really annoying. I don't get advantage, but that's 5. And then offhand
Yeah.
for another hit.
That hits as well.
Really?
Yeah. He's just a fleshy man.
But
He is looking
Butter
pretty
knife.
rough with these various knives stabbing into him. Also, at that time, Leading Larry has been making his way around because he's not been on the initiative order. And he looks, and he's looking at his lord who is running away. My lord, why would you be leaving? The great god is here! I'm done with all of this, he says, trying to edge away. I am not going to die here, not for some stupid, outdated god! Outdated, sir? We've literally given our lives for this. You fool. You're all just fools. Sir. As leading Larry steps forward, he draws his scimitar. You're an infidel just like the rest of them! Gonna strike him.
Hill-stealing bastard.
It's poetic irony, okay?
Invoke the rule of dibs.
It's poetic bullshit. I need to write a receipt for his death.
He sinks the scimitar into Darius's chest as his eyes go wide. Body goes limp as he collapses onto the floor. At that moment, over by this sigil, boom, 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 boom. As the ghostly spirit of this ungodly creature disappears. Time stops. Give me a second.
I almost forgot that Horifus was dead again.
Well, that was very stressful now, wasn't it?
You could say that.
I have some business to deal with myself. If you can bear with me just one moment and I'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay.
She takes a step over to the body of Deacon Darius. Well, you've certainly made a mess for everyone, haven't you? Who the hell are you? I will be the one escorting you to this glorious afterlife that you've created for yourself. Don't be stupid, I didn't believe any of that. No, I didn't think you did. You just thought that you could lead a whole group of people in this hokey religion so that you could gain, what? Power, money, influence. All three doesn't sound so bad. No, I imagine it doesn't. The reality of it, though, is that you truly didn't believe any of this. So these promises you made for yourself, this glorious afterlife, your 20 virgins, you'll get none of them. Where you're going, there will only be pain and suffering, I imagine. She clicks her fingers as his ghostly image etches away and disappears into nothingness. Takes a step back over to Horifus. I don't actually know that that will be what's happening to him, but I just thought I'd give him a bit of a spook before he goes with all the trouble he's caused us, you know?
That's very true, but it's nice to think that that is what would happen.
Yes, I'd like to think so as well. Also, there is another ghost, but I think that one might be being dealt with.
Oh, your grandfather's here. Oh, goody.
The ghost of Khaled the Kind stands before death, looking at the chaos that has ensued around him. I don't understand how all of this could have happened. Just because you were present did not mean you were there. That ideology he was spreading, the murder, the torture, the virgins, that wasn't anything like what I had preached. Humans find a way of interpreting things in a way that suits them. That man, Darius, he took the teachings of Ur-Gilash and bastardized them. And for what? Profit, power, attention. Humans are fond of those things, I hear. if someone else, if a better man had found my crown. I see past, present, and future, not what could have been. No, I suppose it doesn't help speculate. There is no harm in it. So that's the end for Ur-Gilash. His legacy ends in bloodshed and violence. Most things do. Ur-Gilash dies today. All things must come to an end. Khaled looks up at death. Even you? Even I. He holds out a hand, Khaled. You are a true believer. The afterlife you envisioned will come to you. Yeah. Me staying here has caused so much of a mess. Perhaps through this, some people will remember. In a good way, right? Some people might remember. Perhaps. Who's to say? Moment. Khaled the Kind fades away. Hello, Susan. Yes, grandfather, we're just dealing with some things. We never get a chance to catch up like we used to. Yes, I understand that. We've got a lot going on here. Horifus is dead again. Do you want to maybe deal with him? I've got a dinner party I need to be getting to. Well, I thought that maybe you... Well, hello. I thought that maybe, Susan, you've got a hold on things. Maybe you'd be able to clean up here. I've got quite a lot to be getting on with. Well, I actually had a dinner arrangement with a young man. Oh, when do I get to meet him? You don't just, it's fine, okay? Just you go, I'll sort this out, okay? Do make sure you come home. Yes, I will at some point. I left your room entirely as you left it. Well, that's good to know. An absolute state. Goodbye. He walks off and disappears into the ether. Susan rubs her temple slowly. Right, let's get you back in your body. She clicks her fingers.
Okay.
As your body comes back into his physical form.
Oh, God damn it, I wasn't finished.
The corpse of Deacon Darius lays on the ground as leading Larry looks down at the bleeding blade. It was all a lie. All of it. Been following a false prophet. All the murders, all the bloodshed.
I hand him a leaflet of the Church of Om. You know what isn't a fake idol, or you know, as an actual church that you can follow that would reward you for your belief.
May now not be the best time.
Give me a persuasion roll, please.
Well, while he's doing that, I'm going to kind of scooch on over and just take out the little staff I've got and just bonk the guy on the head.
My stats are still nerfed, so...
This is what happens when you get ahead of yourself, boy.
Yeah, you are still super nerfed at the moment. You haven't yet recovered.
Yeah, I thought as much.
Hey, Jangle, you doing okay?
Oh, Jangle.
Are the trolls still fighting us, by the way?
The trolls are looking a little confused as the man that paid them has now died.
I would like to cast a heal on my boy Jangle here with some cure wounds. Do you know what? At level 2. Go on, I've got a spell slot.
I don't think we have to fight anymore if the boss is dead.
Gentlemen, how much was he paying you?
About 200 gold.
Oh, well, I don't have that. I'll give you 1 gold coin each to just leave, and you can loot the place upstairs if you want.
Oh, that sounds good, actually.
Is that 5 or 6?
There might be some tasty cultists up there as well.
Enjoy. I give them 1 gold coin each and send them on their way.
The trolls both walk off and disappear. In the distance, you hear some very quiet screaming. Yes.
Question.
Yes.
Is the crown still there?
Yep.
Can I pick it up?
Yeah.
Can I put it on my head?
Yes.
I do just that.
It does nothing. There's no spiritual power connected to it anymore. It's just a very
expect
nice,
there to be. I just think Bruno would like it.
Yeah.
But money.
That isn't the most barbarian thing, though.
Gonna move you over for a second because I need to get.
I am king now.
I pull out my receipt book and start writing a receipt for Darius.
Django apparently has some feeling in his leg now, giving him 5 hit points.
I am up to 7. Yay!
I'm sorry,
Lovely.
I'm still very weak after the whole other god trying to kill us situation that just happened.
No, it's understandable.
Anyway, let's bring you guys back to the Patrician's Palace.
Just as a note, as we walk back through the chaos that is the trolls murdering people, I write a receipt for everybody, compliments of the Viper.
Yeah, there's a lot of murder happening. Everyone but the named characters that you like gets killed.
Take every stub from that receipt and I'm just going to put him in a little pile.
I would like to firstly start by saying a big congratulations to each one of you. You managed to vanquish whatever blight fell upon this city. As a reward, I will be looking to donate 300 gold to each one of you for your hard work today.
Donation accepted. I start staring at the gold at the table right in front of me.
Yeah, also, just so you know, this whole situation could have been averted if everyone was just a follower of Om to begin with.
I have looked through the notes of the events that occurred. It appears that much of this came from conflict with the god Om in the first place and a lack of religious tolerance, as it were.
Exactly, if they all just converted to Omnianism, this wouldn't have
I believe
happened.
you may not have learned a moral message from this, not that I ever expected you to, or would require you to. Life isn't always about learning lessons. Sometimes people just die. He smiles and starts counting up the money. Now, if any of you are looking for work, the work you've carried out today would definitely put you on the top spot for a position in the watch. He looks thoughtfully over to Vimes, and Vimes shakes his head firmly. Just a suggestion. Sir?
Actually, Vetinari, I have a question for you, mate.
Well, I'm all ears.
I kind of don't want the gold, but I wouldn't mind a job.
A job? And where? And within the watch?
Oh God, no. I mean, I'm meant to be retiring. I'm a bit tired, and if anything, today's taught me that I might be a bit long in the tooth for all this business. I've made a new friend, and I'd like to work in the book place with him.
The Library of the Unseen University.
Yeah.
That would not be my decision. That is the decision of Mr. Ridcully. Though I can perhaps put in a letter of recommendation and see if he can accommodate you for that.
I mean, the library is very short-handed. An assistant or two might be very helpful.
Perhaps. As I said, not my decision.
I mean, he did also say he's willing to work for free.
Well, wizards do like people to work for free. They don't like to pay anything for anything. Anyway, I appreciate the service you have committed to the city. The money will be donated to you on the way out, but please, for now, don't let me detain you.
I just slide him that little book of receipts and go, you need to sign these and return them to the Assassin's Guild. And it's like, however many cultists plus a few others that I've tried to slip in there.
The corners of his mouth turns up for a moment as he takes the receipts over. And he nods.
Yeah, that's it. I leave.
We are now going to do a time skip.
God, thank you. We'll see you later.
Approximately 12 months pass. And each one of you irrespective of where you are, receive handwritten invitation. An invitation to an event at the Unseen University that only a wizard could ever invite someone to.
Oh, it's Horifis's death day.
No!
At the head table, Ridcully is sat next to Susan, who has been invited as a guest of honor at the request of Horifis. Along with them at the main table, we have, obviously, each one of you is there. Jangle Jock, Dahlia, Bernie, Bruno, the librarian. Even Gaspode the dog has shown up today. Carrot, Angua, Ponder Stibbons, who was there anyway, and somehow Dibbler managed to sneak his way in. In celebration, Horifis is awaiting the countdown to his death, which is going to come in approximately maybe 2-3 minutes. We're not sure yet on the exact timing. Only really you know. Now, Horifis, I believe you've prepared a speech for this occasion. Is that correct?
I kind of pink on the glass to try and get the attention of people.
Walk! Walk!
Hello. Can I have your attention?
Does he?
Do you think I sounded well in the first place?
Oh no, I've always thought you sounded pretty crap, honestly.
Yes.
He smells like death. Well, that might just be Dibbler, I don't know.
It's probably Dibbler. I would like to say a few words. It's been a strange few months.
At that exact moment, there is a loud on the table next to you as a scraggly wizard lands.
Oh dear God, Rincewind, what are you doing?
Oh gods! Oh gods! What's happening? Why am I covered in creme brulee? Oh god, sorry, don't mind me. He hobbles over and collapses in the corner.
Now, luggage, behave. No.
Luggage is watching you expectantly.
Anyway, it's been a strange few months. I've lived, I've died, more than I should have. Let's be honest. But the next will most likely be my last. I don't fear death, not really. He's more of an old friend now. So I welcome him with open arms, or at least I would if he wouldn't find the thought of that repulsive. But that's all right. I'd like to thank you all, even if you are all self-serving assholes like me. For the last of my time, at least, I think I had friends.
Before you go, would you like me to cremate your body, or do you want to be buried?
No, thank you. But I would like to say goodbye. And he just kind of finishes it there.
As he says that, his chest breathes in and out as his body flops back in the conveniently placed coffin. The lifeless body of Horifis lies before you. Sorry, go ahead.
I put my hand up. If you remember, I did call dibs on his stuff.
Ook!
Bruno certainly did call dibs, and that's on time on the tradition, so have at it.
I have the party first.
Jesus Christ. Something
in the currently unattended seat at the head table. Sorry, am I late? Ridcully jumps in his seat. Oh, I didn't think that you'd actually attend. I thought we'd have to do the rite of Ash Kenty just to get him here. No, I am here for every wizard. I come for all of you personally, he says, his eyes flashing at Ridcully. Ridcully gives him a very stern look back. I feel very whole of health at the moment. I am certain of it, Death says, looking down at the very greasy food that Red Cully is ingesting. But today I am not here for you. Glides over and stands before the open casket.
Hello.
Horifus.
Is it time?
It is nearly time.
What do you mean nearly?
The spirit can linger a little moment if there are any final goodbyes you wish to say.
Oh yes, just one quickly. Goodbye, Susan. See you later.
Yes, goodbye. Do take care in whatever afterlife meets you out there.
Okay, I'm good. Let's go.
Please don't get the wrong impression of Susan. She is a naive young girl. I'm not a naive. She's a naive young girl. You have done well. And you have lived a good life. It is not usually for me to cast judgment. Maybe I am getting... What is it you humans call it? Sentimental. That was the word.
Would you like that hug after all?
Death considers it for a moment and opens his bony arms to you.
Yeah.
I give Death a hug.
How nice.
A spiritual hug.
Be free now, Horifus Crump. May whatever afterlife awaits you be a happy one.
It's been a good run, Death. Come and visit me sometime.
I will not.
You too, Susan.
I most definitely will not.
Oh.
At that moment, Horifus, you fade into the abyss. And that is where we will end our session today.